Hey everyone, Coach Doug here. How do you give feedback to your team? Or maybe I should ask, do you give feedback to your team? It really is so important to provide constructive feedback to your employees about their performance. If you want your employees to take on more advanced roles and meet your objectives, then feedback is one of the most valuable things that you can offer as a leader. In many organizations and companies, feedback is given once or twice a year. That's it. Leaders will deliver somewhat uncomfortable news to their employees. It's an exercise that employees and leaders don't like. But feedback can be so much more. It can change your leadership dynamic and how you and your team relate if you change your perspective. Feedback is an incentive for growth, and it's essential for the workplace environment. It can and should be a positive experience for everyone involved. I know these difficult conversations stir up dread, especially during a time when businesses are short-staffed. But don't avoid them or be scared of offending or upsetting someone. Owners tend to walk on eggshells a bit more for fear of losing people, but not addressing issues as a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. When you do it right, providing feedback has many benefits. You open up the communication on both sides. Teamwork improves and trust is gained. This helps transform your team culture into a positive environment where employees are happy and productivity soars. Here are some helpful tips and examples on how to build a better feedback process. Number one, give feedback that's constructive and respectful. Avoid using negative language. Try not to make it personal. Just focus on the task or the behavior that you would like to see improved. Also, talk in future terms. For example, next time, this is how I would like something to happen. Remember that everyone responds differently to feedback. Some will prefer a more direct approach, while others will want you to take a gentler approach. Be sure to know that going into the conversation, and then you adjust accordingly. Be specific. Number two, to avoid confusion. If you're too vague or sugarcoat an issue, employees may not fully understand what you mean. As a result, you'll have to revisit the issue in the future. Deliver feedback in clear, concise terms. Try not to dumb it down because it comes across as condescending. Write down a few examples ahead of time. Stay on topic. Focus on solutions. Criticism is negative, and you want your conversation to be solution-oriented. Start and end with a clear purpose and a clear goal to what the conversation is about. Number three, show appreciation and give positive feedback. This is just as important as negative feedback. It helps employees feel motivated to continue to do their best. Do this with words and in actions. Your employees will feel valued in the workplace. Number four, keep it private. Corrective feedback should always be done privately. Public spaces are not the place for providing constructive criticism. It can be challenging to receive feedback, so it should be delivered privately. It can sometimes feel embarrassing, and nobody likes to be embarrassed or humiliated. This could erase your rapport with that individual that you've worked hard for. Public call-outs can also alienate you from your entire team. No one wants to come into work wondering if they're going to be called out next. Number five, don't wait. Be timely. If you wait too long to give feedback, it will be less effective. Whether good or bad, employee feedback must be given soon after the actions take place. Employees must be able to easily connect what they did with what you're talking about. Giving feedback can be tricky, but it's a necessary part of your leadership. Incorporating regular feedback and recognizing your team for their contributions in a genuine way is key to encouraging a healthy, productive, and successful working environment. If this is something that you're interested in learning more about, here are a few things that we can do. We can have a quick phone call, or we could schedule a coffee chat. Or if you know that this is something that you want to pursue and you're interested in and you want to get started, I offer complimentary coaching sessions. Let's connect at DougSavage@actioncoach.com. Take care.